Hello. So I'm here hanging out. Bap, 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 bap. Meow. Oh, hi, Brett. How's it going? I just got back from the grocery store. But I've been meaning to move some of my cards into better storage. Because all these Pokemon vendor POEs have been coming up on my feed. And I've just been realizing that maybe some of these cards actually have value, and maybe just keeping them in a 3-ring binder with dilapidated sleeves is not the best choice. So, why not stream? This binder's literally falling apart, though. But I feel bad because it was my, it really was my childhood, binder. Let me show you. But I'll be selling some of these cards, I think. I want to keep some of them because they're very sentimental, but at the end of the day, I got bills to pay, dude. Maybe don't show that, but so I had taped this image. I guess I printed it onto the binder. I'm not going to show the back of the page because it has my full name on it. That's available, but I'm not going to make it easy for you. And I drew this little drawing of Snorlax on the front page. So I know that 3-ring binders are not the best choice, but it's all I have right now. So I'm at least going to transfer them into a hard binder. And sleeve them. You know? That's the plan anyway. How are you doing, Brett? I don't wanna be, I don't wanna be, yes and no. Hang on. This isn't going well. There. How's that? I'm trying to figure out how to organize them, how I'm going to organize them too. Do I want to just organize them by number? Anyway. Or do I want to organize them by, like, have the hollows up front? I think I just want to keep them numbered. I'd originally organized them in a way that, okay, I do have my bulk behind me too. I initially had them organized in a way that, like there was room for empty space, right? Like for the cards that I was missing, but now I'm not so bothered with that. So I don't even know if I have enough sleeves for everything. Because these are back to front, which I know isn't great. I mean, if they're sleeved, it's probably fine, right? Anyway, who knows? Let's make sure some of these are sleeved. But first things first, I think, is to pull out my hollows and make sure those are sleeved. This one scratched the hell up. Oh, yeah. That's not great. I have a couple cards I might send to grading, but I'm not sure. It is too hot here, but the UK is built differently. Wrong, I think. Yeah, that's fair. We're we have really bad. It's very humid here. It's not even the heat; it's the humidity that's like really brutal. So I have these sleeves. Some of them are sleeved, but these sleeves are beat the fuck up. So I'm wondering if I should re-sleeve the ones that I already have sleeved. With a clean, fresh sleeve. This one's not in great condition either. I knew they weren't, but it's not awful. It's like, but it's not mint or near mint. It'd be like lightly played, maybe. Moderately played at worst. But yeah, I don't have sleeves for everything, so we're just gonna do what we can. No, this one's scratched too. Again, not surprised. These are all childhood cards. I'll worry about the commons and uncommons later. Ooh, this is one though that I know is like, I mean, it's not in good condition, but even not great condition, it's, oh man, like it's not even just like in bad, not great condition. It's like just straight up bad condition. But the red cheeked Pikachu. It's pretty damaged. But that's okay. But yeah, anything that I know is like, oh, that's actually like, I guess my shot. Yeah. Oh, the priorities are going to be the hollows, and then second is like first edition and shadowless. These are my list of priorities. Okay, there we go. We've got this one's not too bad. The sleeve. There's a couple scratches here though. A lot of my not all of it, but a lot of my jungles are first edition. This is my pincer. Yeah, it's got scratches. I mean, I bought these all. I pulled these all when I was like, oh, this sleeve is actually in okay condition. I'll leave that one alone. This one's got scratches, but it's not too bad. The whitening's worse than the scratches. Scyther. Unlimited. I remember when I pulled. It's one of the ones that not this one, though. I know this card can be worth something, but it's also scratched. And it's got some whitening, so I'm not uh hyped for it, but or rather I'm not optimistic, but hollow Snorlax. Might be able to get something for. This though. First edition foil Vileplume. I remember ripping this. How excited I was. Not too bad in the way of scratches. But this one I've always been really careful with. At least in the way that you could be as a 10-year-old. I also have a couple cards I want to reach out to. Well, at least one card I want to reach out. There's somebody I know who might be interested in them, so before I try to sell it to anyone else, I want to see if they'd be interested. Oh, this is like... Okay, there's like one little scratch on the foil. This one's actually really good shape. Corner's not great. Not first edition, but hollow Kabutops. Man, my Hypno's in rough shape. Some of these obviously are much worse shape than others. I wasn't really paying attention when I was buying them, right? Some of them were, traded on the schoolyard, and it's generally the traded ones. The ones that I pulled are in relatively good condition, but the ones that I traded from somebody else are rough. Oh, this one I want to sleeve. This is not necessarily valuable, but this is one of the cards that I have no intention of selling. It's the first edition Slowpoke. I've always loved that art. He's so silly. That's one of my nostalgia cards that I'm like, nope, that one's staying with me. Regardless of whatever else happens to my collection, this one's staying with me. I don't have any top loaders. It'd be nice. Anyway. Oh, wait. Okay. I'm realizing my voice isn't recording to the VOD. Hang on. Well, why is that happening? Oh, wait. No. That's fine. It is working right. I just forgot how my system's set up. But, where is it? It's wheezing. I thought I had... Oh, geez, that's where some of the valuable cards are. I put them at the back where I put them away from the, Wait, I was sure I had it. I was looking for... A friend of mine is collecting all the wheezings and the coughings. And so I wanted to send him that one. I thought I had the coughing, though. Hang on. is a base set. Oh, I do. Okay. I asked him about the wheezing. I forgot I had the coughing, so I'm gonna... I'll hit him up. I have to get some top loaders to ship them. It's a little dirty. Oh, wait, no, is that just part of the... No, it is just dirty. It's okay. I'm not centered, but that's fine. I realized as I was going through my collection, I was like, going through my binder anyway. I was like, oh, I never got Tangela. That's crazy. But then I found it in my bulk, so I need to put that in my deck. Where is it? Yeah, base set 66. Oh, no, I do have it in here. Well, then... I guess I do have 2 Tangelas. Anyway. Alright, let's go back to wheezing. Where is it? There you are. Alright, and this is where... kind of here too, but this is where value lives. I've already sleeped them, but I think this is a card I'm going to keep. This is the Mewtwo promo card. I think... What was this one from? Pokemon 2000, I think. You saw it in theaters? No. What was this one for? I don't remember. The Articuno was from... Definitely from Pokemon 2000. It's a little dirty, but okay. It sucks though, because like my actual valuable cards I don't want to actually sell. One of the cards I forgot that I even had. Put this in a fresh sleeve because this is not appealing at all. This is Shadowless. Wow, it's like actually in really fucking good condition. I need to send this for grading. Shadowless. Hollow Mewtwo. re-sleeve this one too. This is actually my most valuable card that I like didn't even remember pulling until I found it. And then I had kind of like that nostalgia just like zoom in hard. I was like, oh, I do remember that. Again, if I do anything, I should get it graded. Oh, though I do need, it is a little damaged. Actually, I wonder if I can do that. There's like a little bonk here, but in a way that if I just like run it over lightly with a bone folder, it'd probably be okay. But Shining Tyranitar. I don't think I only pulled like two packs of Neon Destiny, Neo Destiny, and got a secret rare. That's pretty crazy. But apparently this is like a $600 card nowadays. Holy shit, Brett!
Time flies.
Time sure does fly. Thank you so much for the 80 months of continued support. I appreciate you, man. That's ungraded. Like, there's no way it's a 10. But it could be a 9. Maybe. And then it would be like $2,000 almost. If it's a PSA 9. But raw is like $600. Man, the money in this stuff boggles my mind. No kidding. Not to mention a card that I found in a box and completely forgot that I had pulled until I found it. I have, I wonder if I run it over with a bone folder, like while it's in the sleeve, if that's better than out of the sleeve. Bone folder. And then I have this. This came with I think the Game Boy Color games. I still have it sealed. But I was actually chatting with Rue the other day, and he was saying he was collecting Wheezings, Coughings, which is why I've put aside these guys. He's collecting Wheezings, Coughings, and Foxes and Cats. This one I wouldn't just give away, but like I want to send it to him see if he's interested. I'm just going to send him a picture of it. I'm not particularly attached to it, you know? Need this cat? Ooh. And sitting by the light. This is probably a very bad idea, but actually, yeah, there's more scratches on the back for sure than there are on the front. But still, no, it can't be a 9. It's probably an 8, but still. Even then, like, even a PSA 5, I think, is, like, actually really valuable, if I recall correctly. So, like, you know, it's one that it's probably really worthwhile grading. But I don't know if I actually just care about grading, you know? Okay, so we've gotten through the... Let's put them in the folder. My hollows. And also just the cards that... You know, my nostalgia cards. And also the cards that I want to... Anyway. Kabutops, Vileplume, Snorlax. First edition Vileplume. Snorlax. Scyther. Pinsir, first edition. Kangaskhan. Red Cheek Pikachu in not great condition. Moderately played for sure. If that. Nidoking. Are any of these shadowless? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, the Hitmonchan is. Machamp is first edition, but I think they all were. Actually, let me look that up. Because I read that there's like different versions of it based on its like date, because it was a deck exclusive card. So I think all of the ones that were printed are technically first edition, but there are the dates on it though. Can still like give you different information, I think. Maybe not. I don't know. It's definitely gone up in the last year. Okay, it doesn't have the information that I was thinking about there. Anyway, whatever. Is that Weezing? Shadowless Mewtwo. Coughing. Promo Articuno from Pokemon 2000. Mewtwo, which was from what? What was this card from? I thought TCG Player had like information as far as, oh, that promo was for this thing. Anyway. Don't really have my Pokemon card collection anymore. Makes me a little sad, but oh well. Yeah, I have some cards that I really want to keep. Like I was saying, I have this first edition Slowpoke, and I've always loved this art. I have it first edition and non-first edition. Ooh, like there are some cards that I definitely want to keep because I have like very specific nostalgia attached to them. Like I am sad to let some of them go, but I hope they go to a collector who cares. Yeah, so my favorite Pokemon for a very, 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 very long time, and still arguably is Vulpix. But the problem with that is, well, no problem with that as much as like over the past, I would say 10 years, 15 years maybe, I've just like, honestly, as I entered my 30s, I was like, yeah, Slowpoke, I feel you, dude. I feel like Slowpoke is a reflection of my soul. Like, I aspire to give the vibes that Vulpix gives out, but in reality, I'm a Slowpoke for sure. So these are just some sleeves that I had. I used to have some magic cards in here, but I sold them. Slowpoke, Snorlax, those Pokemon understand. Yeah, we get them. Also, I don't think I said, beautiful bear, how you doing? Just keeping some of those cards separate. Okay. I'm thinking, so do I put like you know, the hollows up first and then worry about whatever else? I don't know. Cuz I just had them in order of like card number before, and maybe I should just keep it that way. Base. Yep. Technically your base too. But I shouldn't put them. I don't know. I know you're not supposed to keep them in 3-ring binders, but that's all I have right now, okay? I'll deal with it later. Got hot here all of a sudden. My body's readjusting. It's hot here too. Not just hot, like humid. The breeze is nice, but I'm not going to put these in their correct order because I know I really don't want the Mewtwo to be next to the binder rings. It's going to bother me, but I mean, I could just keep it out because I don't intend to sell it. At least not yet. I might. It's in really good condition. I might send it graded. So I think I'll just keep that one separate. Dragonite has a special place in my heart. That whole line. I don't blame you at all. Of course, I love Gengar. The whole Ghastly line is great. Went from spring to summer in one day, and while it's not extremely hot summer, the jump got me fucked up. Yeah. I learned that my SSRI might be not triggering, but it can cause heat sensitivity. Yeah, I have a Dragonair, but I know it's a pretty popular card, but like mine's in rough shape. Very dirty. Some of it can be cleaned, but the edges aren't gonna be. That's not a problem that's gonna be solved. As a child, I really loved Squirtle because it was my starter and still my fave. And admittedly, I don't remember many Pokemon these days, especially considering there's also 10 times the amount of Pokemon there were when I stopped playing the series. Yeah, I feel that. I don't. Oh, this is shadowless too, so it's actually even dirt cheap is still like worth something. Um, I started with Bulbasaur, so I really like Bulbasaur. Some of those full arts are really beautiful. $19. They showed. Let's see. There's a Bulbasaur line that I really liked. Was it the Mega Evolutions one? Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, this card. There's like the whole line is kind of like a connected art thing. So there's the Bulbasaur, the Ivysaur, and the Venusaur. I really like those. I would love to have them. They're not too crazy either. I'd like that line. If I can find them. But no, I stopped into a local store today while I was out and asked if they buy vintage Pokemon cards. And they said, maybe, depends on what you have. I can't imagine any of these commons are going. I mean, maybe some of like a lot of my jungle is first edition. Oh, base set 2. So this isn't even where it should be. Okay. 21. I remember when I first started collecting, when I got my first copies of base set, I like had no idea what I was doing, right? Or base set 2, I just thought it was more base set. I was like, oh, sick, I found some more base set packs. But I used to take my allowance and bike over to the local card shop, or not a card shop. It wasn't a local card shop. It was a local, you know, corner store, and they sold cards. I would bike over every week and buy some packs. I eventually transitioned from Pokemon to Yu-Gi-Oh, but my Yu-Gi-Oh collection is much larger than my Pokemon collection, but my Pokemon collection is a lot more valuable than my... Okay, that's a base set too. I might have a better Vulpix. Hang on. Oh no, no, I have them here. My bulk, as they call it. I've been learning things, you know? Yeah, I don't think, I might. I remember going through the cards and like really picking out what I thought was the best condition ones, but I think my idea of good condition now and then are a little bit different. Which one's that? 67 do I have? A Voltorb in better condition? Oh, is my Voltorb... I was sure I had another Voltorb. It might be base set too. No, I don't have another Voltorb. I thought I did. Oh well. But yeah, I feel you with put these over here. Like if you ask me about 151 Pokemon, easy. I got them all. Anything after that, like I've played almost all the Pokemon games, but all casually. So there's definitely Pokemon that I just like the name, even though I recognize the art. Maybe I like don't necessarily recognize. I'm like, I know what you look like. I know you're a Pokemon. I don't remember how to pronounce your name at all. Okay. Do I have 21? 21? It was 21. Okay, 21 was Electrode, but I never got Electrode in base. I do have Pidgeotto. And I do have another one. Let's decide which one belongs in my binder. This one's a bit more folded, but that's probably because I've had it in a soft binder for 20 years. I think the border on this one's a little bit more even. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this one's better condition. This one goes to bulk. This one goes in the binder. $22, $23. I don't think I had a spare Arcanine. No, I do have extra Growlithe, though. But I remember how valuable Charizard was even when it was brand new. You know? It's crazy to think that, like, the cards, as far as my brain has always existed, as far as my awareness of it has, like, always been $200. But, now it's like 2,000. It's crazy. And so that's one of the things with, like, you know, I have no care to, like, complete my set because I cannot afford it. Like, never in a million years, even if I traded my most valuable cards, even if I got them graded and sold them, it's not worth, to me, it's not worth that price. It's not worth that effort. It might be for someone else, and that's fine. But not for me. I remember all the 50 OG 151, the gold silver ones, in spite of being have played just as much as blue red. I haven't memorized as well. Probably because the anime focused on the early games for very long. That's true. Yeah, this guy's not in great shape. Do I have another Charmeleon? I do. Which one is in better condition? Like this one almost immediately. Neither of them are really centered. This one's just dirtier and maybe even a little faded. Yeah, this one's definitely in better conditions. This one goes in the binder. This one goes into bulk. So that was Charmeleon next to Gong. That's very off center. Oh, wait. No. Okay, I thought that was the alignment dot. It's not. Okay. That's my only Dugong. Look how. Can you see how bad that offset is? Like, look how skinny the border is on this side to this side. It's a little dirty, but not too bad. Ooh, he's called Dibs. Okay. He said yes in all caps. I'm gonna sell this card to Rue as well as sell him my send him my wheezing and coughing. I need to buy some top loaders for it though. I don't have anything to send them comfortably. This is in a little bit of a rough shape, but it is shadowless. And I'm debating, do I want to like the cards that I do have multiple of? You know, if I have like a version that's like, I don't think this is the problem yet, but I'm thinking about how, like, if I have a card that I have in both first edition and unlimited, do I just put them like first edition in unlimited? Or like shadowless, first edition shadowless, unlimited? Anyway, figure it out. I don't have any of that conflicting yet, so. Okay, anyway, what's after Dratini? 26? Access Farfetched. I think I have Farfetched. I do. Farfetched. But no, I messaged Rue a few days ago because, like, I know the standards for storing cards are very different from when I last collected cards. So and I saw, like, I watched some YouTube videos, but I saw a lot of them are sponsored. So I'm like, I was hesitant to take sponsored advice. And so, I know Rue collects and even sells cards sometimes. So I threw him a message to ask him what his recommendations were. And we were chatting about like themed binders, and he was telling me about what he was collecting. And so I sent him some pictures and I said, "You need any of this?" Okay, so I do have Shadowless Growlithe. Sorry, ads. Ads are playing, my bad. I have Shadowless Growlithe and I have non-Shadowless Growlithe, regular unlimited. So that would be like the situation where I'd put both in, I think. Which one of these is in better condition? Oh, immediately. This one's more centered, but it's more damaged. Oh, and even more centered. The back is bad, so. I mean, neither of them are good. They're like, It's like a $1.30 card. Who cares? Neither of them are particularly centered, so it's just kind of whatever's. This long line of cards is all because of you. We've been. I'm undecided, dude. Um. How much is this shadowless going for nowadays? I guess I'll just leave them in bulk. That's fine. Hunter's next. Hunter is not shadowless. Yeah. The bots have been nasty. Jinx. Why am. No. Ivysaur. I was like, why am I. Why are they out of order? They're not. I'm just an idiot. What the fuck is that? Oh. Ivysaur in horrible condition because, well, horrible is an exaggeration. It's not a 1. It might be a 4 at best, but it was one of those ones. Like Bulbasaur was my starter, so I was a lot more forgiving with what condition I think. This is definitely something I picked up from some kid on the playground, right? Those are my worst condition cards, are the ones that I traded for. For sure. It is shadowless, though. Jinx. Let's see if I can keep these in order. Kadabra's not in great condition either. Again, that was one I was really obsessed with the when I was playing Pokemon. I was like really excited for the Abracadabra Alakazam line, and then actually playing playing them in the game, they kind of sucked, but it is Shadowless. Not my best condition card too, but there it is. Card game or the video game? In the video game. Like I a lot of my hype for the cards came from playing the video game, right? Kakuna's not in great shape either. And it is just a standard unlimited, so it's not worth a whole lot. Again, like I hate talking about it in value, but it also means that like I just mean it in the way of like ain't nobody mad about the fact that it's not in great condition, you know? It's, you know, my favorite Pokemon in the game were the cards that I sought out. Right? Machoke is shadowless. I actually have quite a few shadowless cards. I'm kind of surprised. Magikarp. Not shadowless. But yeah, I think if I were to collect cards now, I'd be more interested in like doing themed collections and just like picking up art I think is cute. Not be so worried about like what's valuable, except maybe be pissed off if a card that I think is really pretty is worth, you know, costs a lot of money. Nidorino is not in great shape, but it is shadowless. So that might forgive it a little bit. But again, I was 10 years old, right? What the hell was valuable? Like, we went to the local card store and I saw the singles there. I don't know if I ever bought singles. Oh, this one's in rough shape. Is this one better? Oh, yeah. Is there a reason? No. I'm back. I mean, I remember seeing. Oh my god, what is this? Oh, yeah. Okay. Wow, this Porygon's rough shape, but it is shadowless. This one's in much better condition, but it's not shadowless. Woof. Anyway, again, what does it matter? It's a Eradicate. Have I'm having a very vivid reaction, nostalgic reaction to this card. I don't know why. I don't know. Anyway, it feels like a dream. Seal's not in bad shape. Corner's kind of bad. War turtle. He's pretty dirty, but he is shadowless. Look at that cutie. Next is Abra. I have a couple of them. So let's see which one's in the best shape. And by a couple of them, I mean two. I don't know if it's the same with later gens, but early Pokemon definitely had a problem with struggling to distinguish first evolution of starters from the first form. I don't know what that means. Squirtle in a hat. I see. Yeah. I think this one's a little bit better. You're right. Yeah, the middle evolutions are even now are still like, okay. There you are. Bulbasaur. Now this is probably well, it's not the worst card in my collection. We'll see that in a second, but man, there's just straight up chocolate on this card. Oy. It's not gonna focus, but no. Let me turn on autofocus. I don't usually use it. Oy. Turn on Logitune to turn off. Turn on auto zoom. Focus, autofocus. There you go. Auto zoom, autofocus. That's what I meant. There he is. Can't really tell. Well, the edges are pretty clear. Clearly rough. And the back is very dirty. I think if I'm not doubling up, I'm only getting base set in here. Oy. Do people double up in these sleeves? Should I just do that? Because there's usually, when they are intended to be double, they are already really snug in there with the sleeves, so maybe just don't worry about it too much. Caterpie is next. Not bad. Oh no, there are the corners. The corners in the back pretty bad. But shadowless. Next, my worst card, probably. Charmander. Shadowless. Look at those folds, though. Damn. Can you see it? It's hard to tell. This camera is not good enough for this. Oh, yeah. Again, this is definitely a card I traded for. Why am I even sleeving it? This might be a PSA 1. Maybe I will. Okay, hypothetically, if I were to double up the binder sleeves, will it fit? 2 sleeved cards. Be real snug. Oh, but it's okay. Yeah, let's just do that. I know it's silly, but I won't be able to fit all my cards in if I don't. It's not ideal, but I think part of the reason why I want to sell a bunch of my collection is to discourage me from trying to master set them because I'm very much a completionist at heart. So if I get into cards, I want to get like all the cards, right? Which is silly. So if I get rid of them, and start collecting like themed collections, then who cares, right? I want a folder of all slowpokes, of all fossil slowpokes. That'd be fun. And all the reprints of it. That would be my theme. Goodbye. Instead of wondering why our lives and open up my mind. I know that I'm going to make it clear. I know that 3-ring binders aren't the best option. It's just what I have right now. And the very least I can do is move it from a soft ring binder to a hard ring binder. At least for now. I did put a couple things on my throne wish list for cards, but no pressure. Just, you know. Open up my mind. But yeah, I get it. Like, opening packs is always really fun. It's also devastating on your wallet, so especially now that packs are so expensive because everything's scalped. Okay, sorry. What was after Biglet? The duo. All right. I have three. Well, I just dropped one drowsy on the floor. 4 drowsies. Where'd it go? I just hope I don't roll over it. Oh no. Fall under my shelf. Yep. Oy. All right. What's in the best condition? That one's a little scratched. None of them are shadowless or anything. That one's rough, so that one's definitely staying in the bulk. That one's a bit rough. This one's rough in a different way. It might be this one that I keep. Ooh, none of them are in good shape. It's just like what's in the best shape. This one has the best back, I think. No, it doesn't. They all suck. This one's folded. I think this one's a pass. I thought that one might be it, but it's not. This one has some scratches on it. None of them are none of them are mint, but I think this one's just scraped by is the best condition. Scraped being the operative word. All right, ghastly. I have a couple of those too. First glance, these two probably look in the best condition. Oh, that one has a bit of a scratch too. This one might be the one. Yeah, this is going to be the one. Okay. Next would be coughing, but we've separated that. Do you have Machop? I have a couple Machops. One's really dirty. Neither of them are particularly great. This one's probably more scratched, though. Okay, next, Magnemite. This is my Shadowless one. Shadowless basically beats anything else, regardless of its condition. Yeah, these are all unlimited. Metapod. Only have the one. Next is Nidoran male, and I have a couple of them. This is one where the sleeve is broken through. I think this one's definitely the worst one. It's even faded. I've not had them out in the sun or anything, but they kind of look sun bleached. They're just like slightly paler than these ones. Like the orange is a little bit more golden on these cards. Next is Onyx. I do have an extra. See, that's interesting. This is what I mean. This one's a little bit more golden. This one's a little more yellow. But this was the one that was in my box, so it's definitely not sun bleached. It's been living in a box for 20 years. That's fine. This is marginally better condition, I think. Maybe not. Actually, this one has more bumps. This has more white on the edges, but it's not got as many bumps on the surface as that one does. Pidgey. Pidgey. This one's kind of weird too. Like this one's more almost warm. It's really just like I think it's printer to printer difference. The offset's worse on this one. Yeah. So now this is interesting. Next up is Pikachu's. I think. Maybe not. Is it? Are we there yet? Yeah. So after Pidgey is Pikachu, and I do have. These are technically two different versions. Neither of them are in great condition. Actually, my unlimited one is definitely in better condition. But I have the red cheeked Pikachu and the yellow cheeked Pikachu. So I feel like both could be in there because they have a visual difference. But maybe not. Poliwag. This one is. Oh, well, it's the only one that I have. Never mind. It is borderless. So or borderless, not borderless. Shadowless. Ponyta. I have a couple of them. Again, the one in the binder's the dirtiest. This one's a little more centered. Yeah, and this one's also in better shape. Okay. Shadowless too. Sandshrews next. Yeah, offset's pretty. Centering's pretty bad. But it's my only one. Who cares? Squirtle. I actually have a couple Squirtles. Again, I think the one in my binder is the worst condition. Maybe not. Mm. This one's a little dirtier, but has less white on the back. It's actually not too bad, maybe. And whatever the dirt is isn't coming off. Okay. All right. Next is Starmie. My Starmie and Star U are both shadowless. Starmie, Star U, Tangela. I have 2 Tangelas. I went from thinking, wait a minute, I never have Tangela, to having 2 Tangelas. I was convinced I didn't have a Tangela. This one's a little dirtier, but this one has a fold in the corner. Oh yeah. This one's in better condition. Voltorb's next. I only have the one. Don't worry about it. Vulpix, I'll probably keep a copy for myself. Again, it's a favorite, so this is a case where I will keep the better condition one for myself, and the other one will go in the binder. I think that would be what I do. Is I would have probably collect Vulpixes and Slowpokes. I also have a fascination with Pokemon that, like, I've talked about it on stream before, I think, where I love the idea of having your team in Pokemon be like look like the main stage at a bodybuilding competition. I find it very charming and silly. Man, should I put the other Pikachu in there and keep the red-cheeked Pikachu? I don't know, man. It's damaged to the point that I don't think it's gonna sell anyway. I could probably clean it up a bit because there does seem to be just like crust on it. I could probably watch some videos and remove it very carefully. Yellow cheeks, red cheeks. If it was in better condition, this could go for something, but it's really not. It's like moderately played at best. Heavily played at worst. I don't even really give a shit about Pikachu, to be honest. I'm not a Pikachu girl. Yeah, I'll keep it in the binder. I'm gonna see if I can. I might be able to sell it. We'll see. All right, back to the list. Where are we going? We're down at trainers now. Computer search is next. It all washes away in the end. I'm a Pikachu neutral girl. I think it's a cute Pokemon, but the way that yeah, I feel exactly the same. It's like for the same reason that I don't like why I like refuse to play Final Fantasy games for so long. Cuz it's not because you even hate the property. I actually had the shower thoughts the other day. I talked about this. You know, it's like where like you don't have a problem with the property, you just have a problem with the fandom, and so you hate it. You hate the property because the fandom sucks. Or at least they're annoying. And so you're like, out of spite, I'm gonna hate this forever. As an asexual, that's kind of how I feel about sex. I'm sure it's fine, but you guys are annoying about it, dude. My spiciest take, I kind of like Raichu more. I feel that. I've seen people do that with Disco Elysium. Yeah. I'm sure I've done it with Hannibal. I've been that person. I get it. I do want to play Disco Elysium. It's on my list, but like I don't blame you. Like I totally feel what you're saying. Every time my buddy asks me if I've played Disco Elysium yet, adds like another month to me putting it off. Of course, at the end of the day, you cannot worry about weirding somebody out if you're passionate about something. There lies the road to madness otherwise. Fair. I don't think I actually have enough sleeves for everything, but you know, I made sure to prioritize like actually like valuable cards, so we're not too worried. Pokemon breeders next. It's nice when I only have one of some of these cards because I don't have to worry about which one's in better condition. It's just like, well, I have one. Take it or leave it. I almost didn't play DE just because it was being Disco Elysium. Just because it's being championed by one of my least favorite game critics early on. Fair enough. Thankfully, it didn't put me off so much that I didn't play it eventually because it is one of my favorite games. Yeah. I mean, that's what I've heard from like a lot of people who play some of those different games. Like, I feel like Undertale was kind of one of them too, where a lot of people didn't play it just because the fan base was really annoying. But it's a really good game. It is worth playing, but I don't blame you for being put off. Yeah, it's not one of my favorites either, but it was a very good game. It's a very good game for sure. I would not in a million years have been able to assume the shape of the fan base from my experience with it. You probably were one of the annoying fan base for Silksong. Fair. I'm not really gonna play it. Not because I have any sort of feelings about it. I'm just really bad at 2D platformers. I don't enjoy 2D platformers. I like watching other people play them. Like it's one of those things that I like watching speedruns of. I like watching when people are good at it, but I'm not. And I don't care enough to become good at it. I just don't enjoy it. Fighting games too. Fighting games are another one that I like. I enjoy watching. I don't really enjoy playing. I never did the genocide run either. People ran with some stuff that just didn't strike me as important. Particularly important Undertale, and like half of the fan works felt like they came from the genocide run. I did never do the genocide run. Yeah. I didn't either. Fighting games, I sometimes think about trying to get into them, but the sweatiness and the fact my brother's favorite. You're right. Yeah. I think part of it is a lot of it to be good at those games. You have to be like, you need fast reaction time. You need to be able to process things really, really easily, really quickly. And I guess a lot of that will come with muscle memory, but I'm also, um, even before I had any sort of inkling that I might be autistic, um, I've known since high school that I've like tested as being like delayed processing. And I've always just really struggled with like games that require you to process information quickly. Um okay, so I have two of these. Corner's not great on either of them. But the art's fine. How's the back? Wait, is one of these centering's about the same, at least on the front. On the back, this one's better. All right. You like Bridget's redesign? I haven't seen it. I just remember the memes from when I was a teenager. My most of my experience with Guilty Gear comes from playing Epic 7 because they had They have the I'm blanking, sorry. They've done Epic 7 did some Guilty Gear collabs. Less non-coded. Right. Yeah. That makes sense. Hang on, let me see. This one might. I didn't check. I have more than one of these. I don't know which one's the best condition. I didn't actually check. Oh yeah. Now it's more like healer coded than none coded. Like strictly. Oh, there's still elements of her original design in there. You know, she's still recognizable. Cute. This one's got the better centering. But not. It's not worse condition. Okay, I'm going to swap that one. What's next? Okay, Pokemon Center. Pokeflute's next. I only have the one of those, so that's easy. I think if I run out of sleeves, I'm going to have to kind of go back and prioritize some of these. Again, like probably take the non shadowless ones, non first edition ones. And that's what I should have done from the beginning. That's what I said I was going to do, is prioritize the first editions. And shadowless, oh well. At least I'll have them organized. All right, I know I don't have enough, so I'm just gonna, if they're not first edition or shadowless, I'm just gonna store them and not worry about it too much. And I might have to go back and pull some of them out. That's fine. I have a couple of these. Centering's on this one's way better. Oh, until you look at the back. Centering on the back's better on this one. Centering on the front's better on this one. This one has a gouge in it. This one's barely better. Oh, I skipped oak. My bad. this one might be shadowless. I don't really know how to tell the difference between the shadowless trainer cards. Welcome back, Ad Squad. It's kind of like more blue on the bottom of that one. I need to see pictures. Okay, I don't think either of them are shadowless, but they do have different colors. That's interesting. This one's better condition. Ooh. Okay, I do have my super potions shadowless. Let me go through that again. Because apparently the dates really tell you the difference. So this is shadowless. Apparently the shadowless in first edition say 1995, 96, 98, 99. And the non-shadowless are missing the 99. 95, 96, 98 only. That makes it easier to tell. Because I find especially the trainer cards are really hard to tell. Alright, let's go back through them and see if any of them are shadowless. And then I will, if they are, I'll sleeve them. This one is. That one I already sleeved, so that's fine. My defender is that one. This one is. That one's also sleeved. That one is and is sleeved already. Okay, cool. Alright, now that I've learned the difference, let me look through those bulk cards too, in case I didn't notice. They're visually, like, difficult to tell. Made by constant misery. Placed up on the ground, eyes cast down. My eyes fixed on the sun. Okay, none of these are shadowless. This is not. This is. Nice. Let's see, what was next? After Gust was Potion. This one's in worse condition for sure. Now it's time for me to let go. I'm trying to find a place to lay. So this one's shadowless. I think I saw something about the double energy is actually like, no, I mean, it's not great. It's $16. That's okay though. All right. I'm not gonna go through my fucking energies right now, but I'll make space for them. You know? I do have a couple shadowless ones though. But even they're not worth like anything. Even shadowless. Wow, this one's shadowless. It's a 62-cent card. I have to specifically and intentionally sort through all my. I have them all separate, so I'm gonna have to. I'll just make sure there's space for them, and I'll go through them later. All right, so we got fighting energy, fire. We'll leave the space. Grass, lightning. Wait. Fire, grass. Psychic. Well, electricity, psychic. Water. And that's base set done. I don't have a lot of base set 2 cards. There's so many cards. Base set 2 came out after Jungle and Fossil, though. So I think we're going to go to Jungle next, which is arguably where my most consistent value lives. Because again, most of my collection is actually first edition. Genghis Khan is first. Nidoqueen? Do I have Nidoqueen? I wanted Nidoqueen so bad. Pidgeot, no. Next is Pinsir. Scyther. Snorlax. And I remember wanting Vaporeon so bad too. I was such an Eevee girl. Did I not? No? Okay. I thought I had Victory Bell or Venomoth. I clearly don't. Vileplume. Kabutops is a different set. Okay. Electrode. First edition. This is actually like, holy shit. This is actually like a $33 card. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to pull the binders out of my old the sleeves out of my old binder now. But now I've emptied some of them, so there was the one. I wonder if I can spot it. Oh, this one's ripped. I'll not necessarily get rid of it, but like I'm definitely not gonna prioritize it, you know? This one's a little dinged, but it's not ripped all the way through. There was one of them where the bottom was broken. Well, guess I'll. Oh, it's this one for sure. Okay, this one's gone. Text a memory. Okay, electrode, got it. Next, Flareon Jolt. Don't have those. I do have. Oh, Genghis Khan. It's just standard though. Mr. Mime, first edition. Man, actually, like none of these are crazy expensive cards, but like, you know, the first edition versus not first edition goes from like $8 to $20, right? There's my Nido Queen. She's not first edition though. But she's like a $9 card. Damn. Again, I just don't have the I don't have enough sleeves to sleeve everything, so I'm just sleeving first edition. Ooh. This has got some folds in it. This is not in good shape, but still. Right, I have to move. Let's scoot all of these base set 2s out of the way so that I can see my. Move them separately because I still need to go through them, but. Woof. That's a gouge out of the side there. I don't know if you can see it right here. Oh, it's the only one I have. Snorlax looks good. Snorlax looks very good. Vaporeon is not first edition. Womp womp. It's still like $14. Anyway. Venomoth, not first edition. Victory Bell is. He's a little bit rough. It's got a fold. Whitening on the edges. Victory Bell. Okay, I don't have normal Vileplume, but I do have normal Wigglytuff, but it's not. It's unlimited. Butterfree, first edition. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to go through those other cards. Dodrio, first edition. Who cares about Dodrio? No one cares about Dodrio. Because even first edition, it's a $4 card. You know what? If they're not, I don't know. Maybe if they're not more than $5, who cares? I don't know. Again, I'm prepping to sell a lot of my collection. Not particularly because I want to, but I need the money. And I hope that a kid who really loves those cards will find them and buy them and be really excited about it. Okay, I think Marowak's worth sleeving. Parasect. Persian. Primate. I might keep this. I'm gonna have to ask my friend because he's one of my friends. His daughter's favorite Pokemon was Primate. If it still is, I might give it to her. Oh, I've been ignoring my bulk again. I know I have some first editions in the bulk, so. Hang on. Need arena, not Persian, not primate. Yup. It's not in better condition though. We'll see. Right on. Damn, this is taking a lot longer than I expected to. I was like, yeah, let me just do a short, like 1 hour stream. Sorting my cards. Tauros. Weeping Bell. I have a couple of those. I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll put like a little sticky or something to identify that I have more than one. Cubone. Yeah. You're getting sleeved, bro. God is nothing but a little bit of love. Oh, frig. How'd that happen? Somehow got the sleeve in the sleeve. And I do have the EV in first edition too. Sorry. Execute. Executey. Goldine. Jigglypuff. That's almost sleeve range. You know what? I don't need to have the primate sleeved. Mankey. Meow. Nidoran female. I have more, but they're. Well, I have one more. It's not first edition. Oh, this one. Paris. Pikachu is first edition. That is getting sleeved. Rhyhorn's next. I do have a couple of those. They're in great shape. This one's slightly better. I don't think we're worried about it either. No. No, we're not. Bureau, I have a couple of those. Venonat. Duped. And then we're getting into finding ourselves in fossil territory as far as my bulk goes. Venonat, Venonat. This one's probably a bit better centered. Oh yeah, definitely better condition. This one has a gouge on the side. Pokeball. All right, that's jungle. Next is fossil. First is Kabutops. It's the only, I think it's the only foil I have from this collection, from this set. And it's not first edition. That's okay. Haunter next? Yeah. Oh, my back is getting me. Hypno for me is next. Oh, I do have first edition non-foil Kabutops. But yeah, I'll go through it again and de-sleeve my non-shadowless, non-first editions, I think. Especially if they're not worth... I say if they're worth less than $10, not to bother. Kabutops. Magnemite? Magneton's the next one I have? Yeah. Next is Raichu. There you go. Beautiful bear. Raichu. The superior mouse Pokemon. My chubby boy. I guess that was it. I was always like, people are like, oh my god, Pikachu. I'm like, it's fine. Be grateful, be honest, be precious, be my rat friend, fat rat friend. I like Mimikyu. Mimikyu is really, like, I like when they're scary and cute, you know? I love ghost types. I love the little teacup one. I forget what it's called. Ghastly. Golbat. I have a couple of these. Oh, I was like, there's marks? No, there's stars. Ooh. The edges are worse on this one, but centering's better on this one. Okay. Golduck. Graveler. Kingler. Magmar. Amistar is first edition, but not particularly valuable. I mean, realistically, if I bring this binder into the store, they're probably only going to be interested in the hollows, and even then, they might not make a good offer, right? Anyway, just gotta pay attention. Slowbro. I like Slowbro less than Slowpoke, but he is pretty cool. Oh, Sandslash. Oh, my Sandslash is first edition. Yeah, I have another one, but that's fine. Tentacruel. Unlimited. Wheezing, I've taken out of the binder. Ekans is next. I have more than one of you. Oh, I have 3 Ekans. This one's probably the best centered. Yeah, okay. Geodude is first edition. Grimer is not first edition. Horsey. Oh, I have the other Geodude. But it's not first edition, so that one stays up. Grimer. I do have more than one. Horsey. Kabuto. And I don't rest. And to dust. Grabby. Oh, this page isn't very. It's okay. My side deck is first edition. That might be worth sleeving. Barely. My Shelter's first edition. My bulk is not. I'm keeping my Slowpokes. I'm just going to have a collection of Slowpokes. I'm going to buy every single Slowpoke card I ever find, specifically of this design. That's a bit of an exaggeration, but I kind of mean it. Justify your reasons with your blind. This is first edition Zubat. Mr. Fuji is first edition, but not actually really worth anything. You know, they might, for all I know, they might make an offer on the binder. So I need to have like an idea of what it is worth in total. Before I do anything with it. Oh. Energy search. What am I doing? Energy recycle. Did I never put these in my... Okay. Cool. Those are done. I don't have a lot of base set 2. I have... Whoop. Oh, these aren't, these are my Neo Destiny. Here we go. Base set 2. I've got a lot of Caterpies. Let's see. Base set 2, we've got Beedrill. Electrode. Kakuna. What's useful is I've actually organized these already, so... And they're all the ones I have from base set 2 are commons and uncommons, so it's not... I'm not worried. Magnemite. Really? Next I've got is Weedle. All the way down there. Okay. Yeah, I don't think anything in this set's like, at least not what I have, is really worth. Oh. No, they're not worth grading. Or not grading, but... Oh, I didn't even check. I have more than one bill. Oh, I have 3 bills. All right, now we got my Neon Neo Destiny cards left. Light Ninetales might be worth. Yeah, that's worth sleeving. Because even raw, it can be $20. Unknown Z. Again, like none of it's first edition, so who cares? Like I said, I think I bought 2 packs like one day just impulsively, and those are the only Neo Destiny cards that I have. Basically, I'm just wait, I thought I had the Machop. Oh, I skipped over some stuff. Yeah, that's fine. Lidiba. Light Sunflora. Machop. I actually really like this Machop. He's funny. He's a funny little guy. He's just a funny guy. Porygon's what I got next. Swinub. Skipped it. Actually, let's go back up to. No. No need. Team Rocket's Evil Deeds. The only trainer card I have from this set. Done. And I'm going to put one last page into the back. And I'm going to put I'll put a couple of these cards in. Again, they're not the ones that I'm not planning to sell. At least not right away. I'm probably going to get graded, but I'll put them in the binder to see if they have any opinions about, like, if it's worth getting them graded, you know? And I'll make sure not to put them, I'll put them right in the middle. So they're not on the edge. You know, they're not going to get by anything there. This one especially. The Shining Tyranitar isn't going to take damage from the sides. Can you believe that I forgot I own this card? It's just been sitting in a. This is a $600 card, and it's just been sitting in a box for. I don't know, 4 years. No, longer than that. Way longer than that. Like. I don't know. 20 years, probably. Okay, well, that was what I wanted to do today. It took longer than I thought it would. I have work to do. I was like, oh, this is going to take an hour, and then I'll go do other stuff. I think one thing I want to do. I still have a shit ton of energies. I'm going to sort through and find my shadowless first editions. This binder has like a sheet where you can put something in it, and this was this drawing of Snorlax, because I drew it based off of the Snorlax card, and this has just been in my binder for years, so I feel like it needs to go maybe on the back. Ooh, good timing. Okay, ad starts in 5 minutes, so I'm gonna end the stream before it can do that, because I've got nothing else to do. I'm not streaming work today. I do have work to do, but I don't need to stream it right now. Anyway, I'm gonna go get ready for dinner. And yeah. Hope you guys have a great weekend. I might stream tomorrow. If I stream tomorrow, it's gonna be art, probably. We'll see. But thanks for hanging out.